tell me, what's your name?
Sam Scalz. Scalz, spelled like that. www.scalz.com.
Very cool. Tell me about the work you do.
Well, I'm out here at the ACA because I did all the award art for.
Oh, okay.
They're going to be giving away originals as the awards for all the winners of all the classes of fish. So it's the first time they've ever done that with original artwork, and it's a challenge for me, but it wasn't my original idea at all. I actually borrowed it. I got to give credit to my good friend Ken McKeegan, and he does award art for local clubs and killifish associations and stuff like that. So he recommended, hey, you should try to do something. How did I get started?
Is it just something you've always done?
It's pretty much the very first thing I drew. You know,
really?
as a kid, I was born in Japan, and the house we lived in was right next to a public aquarium. So, you know, my parents would sometimes take me there, and I'd kind of walk around with them. I was a little baby though, right? But this stuff was infusing into my mind, you know, and I was really captivated, and my mom in particular noticed that I would be really intrigued by the different kinds of fish, not just by the fish moving around, but actually observing the fish as a little 2-year-old, you know?
Right.
And so when I first really started drawing, I was about 3, I'd say. And at that time I was living in Guam, and we had tropical reefs everywhere, and tropical fish tanks everywhere you went, right? So I started drawing tropical fish. And then when I moved to California, I'm from San Diego, California, by the way.
Okay.
When I moved to California, then I just would draw for all my friends in kindergarten. In first grade, I went to the principal's office because all the kids didn't have their lunch money. And apparently they were buying artwork from me with their lunch money. and at the time it was dinosaur art and fish art. So never stopped.
Dinosaurs and/or fish.
And/or fish, right.
That's
and then
great.
they explained to me that, you know, if they're going to buy something, then their parents have to buy it. Otherwise, they have no lunch.
So you really got started early.
Yes, yes.
What kind of medium do you prefer to use nowadays?
Well, lately I've been doing a lot of stuff with acrylic and gouache, and watercolor and gouache. And I use a lot of watercolor pencils to capture the detail initially. And then you come back over it with a little water, and then it turns into like a paint. You know, a lot of people, when they first get introduced to this media, they're like blown away. Like, wow, I didn't know there was such a versatile media out there.
Yes.
But the secondary part is to come over with opaque watercolor, which is called gouache, and then punching in the highlights, and then I'll occasionally mix in different acrylics, because there's some properties to some acrylic paints, like iridescence and stuff, that you can't get with gouache or watercolor. And then some of the prints, or some of the originals, lend well to reproduction, like the ones on the table. I have some that don't work, you know, and so... But, you know, I have to try to choose topics that I have an empathy market for, something that I truly love and respect and understand.
I noticed you do custom work. Do people send you their fish to do portraits?
Absolutely. I have 9 commissions from this show. So
just from this show? Just from
this show, yeah. So this show has worked out really well for me. I'm not at all complaining. Maybe about the sleep time, though.
Right.
Are my eyes red?
It was really great to meet you. I appreciate your time. Have a
awesome
great
to meet you.
convention.
All right, take care.